The return of the Charmers, we have the Mad Fiends and seeking salvation with the SkySaviors. Make sure you guys smash the link crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So it's Charmer time, and yes, we do get to see some very amazing arts for these Charmers. They did a great job with this. So Asa the Earth Chandler, during the main phase, this card was flipped face up, or if there is another face-up spellcaster on the field with 1500 defense on your field, you can choose a level 8 or lower Earth monster in your opponent's field except for a Maximum monster and gain control of it. All of these Charmers are going to be like this. Flip face up, or if you have another spellcaster, so just normal, go to town, take an Earth monster, okay. Or, oh my gosh. So here's the Asa. I do like the books here, and the feel for this is pretty nice. But I do like this art too with the spell casting in the background. So this is going to be the same thing. During your main phase, this card was flipped face up, or if there's another face up spellcaster monster with 1500 defense on the field, choose a level 8 or lower water monster in your opponent's field, except for Maximum monster, and gain control of it. Could you imagine if you could actually interact with Maximum monsters? Hida's going to do the same thing here. Very casual Hida attire here, eating a sandwich, but a little bit more in action in the actual art. Same thing here. During main phase, it will slip face up, or if there's another face up spellcaster on the field, 15 defense, choose a level 8 or lower fire monster on the opponent's field, call it on over to your field. Okay, I can work with that. We've also got Win here. So the fuller art is going to have the more casual approach here. You get to see nature interacting here, but then you got more of the standard battle pose emotions out, ready to go, and so forth. During your main phase, this card slip face up, or if there's another face up spellcaster with 15 defense, choose a Win monster in your opponent's field, except for Maximum, take control of it. All right. And of course, we have some other art here. I didn't even realize this. So we have also the Earth Spiritualist. So during our main phase, this card was normal or special soul summon. Send a monster from your hand to the graveyard. Send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Then choose a level 5 or lower monster in your graveyard and special summon it to your field face up. You cannot activate the effect of Asa, the Earth Spiritualist, for the rest of this turn. Does this work the same way for each of these? During your main phase, card was normal special. Send one, choose a monster in the opponent's graveyard and place it on the top of your opponent's deck. Your opponent cannot normal summon or special summon a monster with the same original name as that monster until the end of your opponent's next turn. You cannot activate the effect of Iria, the Water Spiritualist, for the rest of this turn. That's really, really cool. And then, of course, Hida. I assume Hida will have Destruction. During main phase, card was normal special. Send a card from your hand to the graveyard and inflict 500 damage to your opponent. And then you can draw a card. You cannot... Why does Hida have a draw effect built in on this? That's kind of interesting. And then we have a new Win the Wind Spiritualist. During your main phase, this card was normal or special. Send a card from your hand to the graveyard. Choose a face-up effect monster in your opponent's field, except a Maximum monster, and place it on the bottom of its owner's deck. You cannot activate the effect of Win the Wind Spiritualist for the rest of this turn. That's really nice. And then we do have some support down here. Spiritual Refinement. Send a spellcaster monster with 500 or 1900 attack and 1500 defense from your hand to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. And then you can special summon a level 5 or lower spellcaster monster from your hand to your field face up. You cannot attack with level 9 or higher monsters for the rest of this turn. It's interesting. I just realized these are level 5s. Wow, those are very restrictive. Interesting. I do think that the new spellcaster stuff does look kind of decent for the Charmers. I would have loved to have had, power-ups like this in the actual TCG, because they would have been pretty exciting to work with. Now, this is the creepiest archetype that I have seen in a while. I made a short on this a while back, and I'm still going to stand by what I said. I think that these cards are really cool. So these are the Mad Fiends. And, dude, take a second here to admire how much detail is happening with this creature. Like, this is actually just insane. So this is a level 7 Dark Fiend fusion monster, and it's going to be the dead end of the Mad Fiend of Despair plus the bad end of the Mad Fiend of Despair. Now, your requirement for this 3,500 attack point monster is to shuffle 6 monsters from your graveyard into the deck, choose up to 2 cards in your opponent's field and destroy them, and then you can choose 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard and special summon it to your field face up. That's really good. Now, this is going to involve a ritual monster. This is the dead core of the Mad Fiend. what a creature. So it's a level 3. Now, requirement's none, but we can fusion summon a Dark Fiend monster with 2400 defense by sending monsters from your hand or field to the graveyard as material. So you have to actually get this ritual onto the field to use it. Now, we've also got the bad end of the Mad Fiend here, which, once again, this art is so insane. So it's a level 8 Dark Fiend with 2500 attack and 1200 defense. So we shuffle 4 spells and traps from your graveyard into the deck. Choose a spell and trap on your opponent's field and destroy it. Then if there are 6 or more monsters with the same attribute in your graveyard, choose a level 7 or lower monster in your opponent's graveyard and special summon it to your field face up. Why, yet again, am I getting the ability to just start jacking my opponent's monsters? I mean, on a level 8, that seems pretty strong. Now, we've also got the Rite of Despair, and the fact that we have a ritual spell with that name is insane. So this lets us ritual summon the dead core of the Mad Fiend by sending Fiend monsters from your hand or field to the graveyard whose total combined levels are 3 or more as material. Now, of course, you cannot use more monsters than necessary as material. So, I mean, this just gets the core onto the field. And then we have the Despair and Longing, which, this is so cool. So during a turn that you have not activated Despair and Longing, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Then we can special summon a level 3 or 8 Dark Fiend monster with 1200 defense from the hand to your field face up. Then if Dead Core of the Mad Fiend is on your field, you choose a Dark Fiend in your graveyard and add it back to your hand. So what's really cool about this, and I think this is the fact that I appreciate most about this, is you have to have some way to be fueling this graveyard. So that's what the Despair and Longing is for, because this thing's going to start to mill you down. I think the spell ritual art for this is the right amount of creepy. Like, this is the feel that, like, actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs to return back to. We need things like this to really, you know, get the dark feel of the game going. And look at this creature, man. And, like, even this is diabolical, you know, the defensive core. But then, you know, you unleash this terror here, and you get such a payoff. We've also got the Seeking Salvation with the SkySaviors. So this is actually kind of cool. This is going to be a fusion monster. This is the Dragorgion the SkySavior Radiant Knight. Level 10 Celestial Warrior fusion monster. 3000 attack, 2000 defense. It's a water warrior monster. Plus Solalion the SkySavior Angel. Plus the Soul of the SkySavior. What a made up card. So requirement, send top card of your deck to the graveyard. This card can attack directly its turn, gains 1500 attack defense until the end of the turn, or this card can attack twice. You only get 1 effect. I mean, okay. So what are my other monsters here? So this is the Lim Lilith, the SkySavior Princess. Level 9 Dark Fairy. You contribute summon this card in attack position by attributing a Water Warrior or a Fairy monster. During the turn this card was normal summon, you can choose up to 2 Soleil, the SkySavior Angel, Lula, the SkySavior Angel, fusion in your graveyard and add them to your hand, or choose a monster on your field and send it to the graveyard. Huh. Okay. Interesting. What else we got here? This is the Claymont, the SkySavior Advisor. So during turn, this card is normal summon on a level 6. Choose a card from your field and send it to the graveyard. Then you can choose a Water Warrior monster that does not have 1200 defense in your graveyard, or a SkySavior Prayer in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So we do get some recurability on that, which is fine. And then SkySavior Oath. So this card's name is SkySavior Prayer while in the hand or graveyard. Sure. Requirement none. We can fusion summon a Celestial Warrior monster by sending a Water Warrior and 1 or more Fairy monsters from your hand or field to the graveyard's material. So you got a genuine fields fuser here, which is fine. And we have the SkySavior Defense. When your opponent normal or special summons a monsters, shuffle 2 Water Warriors from your graveyard into the deck. Choose up to a total of 2 attack position Celestial Warrior and or Warrior monsters on your field. During this turn, those monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Then you can choose 1 fusion monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Or choose a fusion in your graveyard. I mean, this archetype looks alright. I think that out of all this stuff, like the new Charmers are pretty cool. I'm happy to see that, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is diversifying. We're really starting to see, you know, players wanting to diversify and showcasing some of these new cards. And I mean, like, Rush Duel, it might not be the most exciting thing to some players, but I like that we have this. I like that, you know, they're making new cards, and, you know, there's hope that we'll get some other exciting stuff in the TCG with this, which is really cool. So please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back in there day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.